All right, I'm back and we're going to do the second component in our assembly. So this time we're going to do the shell, which is the black piece that the button fits within. So does the spring, as you see it down here. See how it works up? All right, so in this particular example, let me get the dimension sheet over in front of us. We're going to be introduced to some new things. All right, we're going to build up the, let's back up a second. So when we created the button, although it was cylinder in shape, it had 3 levels, okay? And we drew a line up the middle, over, and we used the revolve tool. We'll approach the shell a little differently. We're going to build it as a cylinder. So we're going to build from the top bottom plane up. We're going to draw our first circle, 20 millimeters in diameter. Now, if you look at the diagram here, there's some dashed lines running through here. There's an opening, okay, that is 16 millimeters in diameter. So we'll draw a second circle, 16 millimeters in diameter. I'll offset the first one. That's your preference. I'll demonstrate the offset on the video to make sure we all have the calculation right, how to get to 16 millimeters. So we'll extrude that up 16 millimeters, okay? And then on the top face, we'll come back with another sketch. We'll create a circle that's 26 millimeters in diameter, and we'll extrude it 5 millimeters. But here, look, there are more dashed lines. So we're going to need to create a second circle before we extrude of 12.2 millimeters. And that's where the button pops up through so it can be pressed. Okay, now we also have, we're going to come back and cut this out. It won't be a fillet in this particular case. This will be a chamfer. We'll be removing material and create that angle. It'll be 2.5 millimeters. Now, on the dimension sheet, we have the threads here. We can zoom up on that so we can see those threads. All right, the designation's an M20 by 2. Okay, and they will go up 10 millimeters. It will not be full length. They will be modeled. So this will be our first threads in class. All right, that's enough of an overview. Let's get started. All right, fresh canvas. Let's create a sketch. Top bottom plane. First circle, so create circle. Center diameter circle, 20 millimeters. I'll zoom up. All right, we could draw the second circle because there's an inner circle of 16 millimeters. We could draw a second circle. Some of you will prefer to do an offset. Either way is absolutely fine, but a lot of you want to offset by 4 millimeters, which is incorrect. That'll give you a 12 millimeter circle in the middle, and we want 16. So let's go modify offset. Let's select, and let's go minus 2 millimeters and enter. So what we remember, this is 16 millimeters now because it comes in 2 millimeters this from here and 2 millimeters over here, giving us 20 minus 2, 16. All right, so let's not make that mistake. Now let's finish sketch. Home position, extrude, keyboard shortcut of E, create, extrude. Let's go, I'm going to select the ring, okay? 16 millimeters, leaving the center open. There we are. New body, good. Let's click OK. There we are. Now, we need to create the piece that fits on top. Okay, so this is wide enough at 16 millimeters that our piece with the button, oh, wrong one, that this piece fits in it, okay? But When it gets to this edge here, when we build on top, that's where it's going to be forced to stop because this opening above will only be 12.2 millimeters. Just large enough to get the button through, the top of it. So let's create sketch, create sketch. I want this top face. That's where I want my sketch. All right, now our first circle, 26 millimeters. So let's click on the origin, 26, type it in, enter. Our second circle. Now I'm going to do this as a circle. Let's make it 12.2 millimeters. So there's my second create circle, center diameter circle, 12.2 millimeters. Let's finish sketch. And I want to extrude. Now notice it's broken into, because this is where we created our sketch, and those lines are breaking up those edges are breaking up our enclosed shape. So let's extrude, create extrude, keyboard shortcut of E. I'm going to select this, this, and this. Oh, I deselected that. There we are. And I want to go up 5 millimeters and click OK. All right, we've got the basis of our shell in place. Let's put the threads on. Let's start off with that. So the threads, let's go create thread, create thread. Right there it is. I'm in design mode, create thread. Now, what face am I going to put the thread on is the first selection. I'm going to select, now I want them to work from the bottom up. Okay, it's not going to be full length. So it's kind of, you want to click on the bottom side of the face where your threads are going to start. If you're doing the full face where it goes all the way up, it doesn't make any difference where you click on the face. But since we want to start from the bottom and work up, let's click towards the bottom of our face. The first thing I want to do, and I'm going to go to a front view so we see it better. Notice there's no ridges in here. It looks like there might be threads there, but there's no ridges. If you look at our diagram from earlier, there were ridges in there. We want the threads to be modeled. This is simply casting an image over top of the face, making it look like there might be threads. If we were to print it though, there's no threads because they're not real. So we want to model our threads so they're real. Why is that? Because it saves resources for Fusion. I do not want it to be full length, so I'm going to uncheck full length. My length, I want to be 10 millimeters. I can grab the arrow and get a dimension box. There it is, type in 10 millimeters. I could have put it in on length here, either way. And I want it to be an M20 by 2 in the designation. So I'm going to make it just a little finer on the thread. Everything looks good here. Class 6G, right hand, click OK. Our threads are in place. Now, I need, this was not squared off. This was sloped at an angle. So I'm going to chamfer this edge. So let's go modify, chamfer, right below fillet. Modify, chamfer. Let's go back to the home position. This edge is what I want to chamfer there. 2.5 millimeters. Let's go back to the front. See how it removed material and made an angle there. That looks good. Click OK. What did I forget to do? What did I forget to do? I do this all the time, and you're going to do it all the time as well as we work with components. I forgot to make a component, didn't I? Well, maybe I intentionally forgot to create a component. Let's go to home position. Now, I can't use this in an assembly because it's not in a component. I could start over, but Fusion knows we're going to forget to make our components. Let's do this. Let's go to bodies. There's body 1. Now, I have no component. Let's right-click on body 1, and I'm going to create components from bodies. So I can use this body to create a component. Now I have component 1. Notice bodies has been moved under the component. If I had multiple bodies in my design, I could now drag and drop the bodies that are not in the component into this component if I needed to. I'm going to click on that, rename. There, it's highlighted, and this will be the shell. Hit enter. Now I have a component and I can use an assembly. Let's give our body an appearance. Right click, appearance. I'll go with black anodized glossy. That looks good. Close. And guess what? We're done with the shell. The next video will be our coil, the spring, and then we will do the assembly. All right.